that might just improve your life. I have touched on some of these things before, but today I thought I would put them all together in one little motivational video for you. I have been thinking about putting this together for about a month and a half now, so I'm really hoping that you do find some of these things inspirational or helpful in any way. The first one I have talked about many times before over the last year, and that is education and knowledge. I actually saw on Twitter last week that Kim Kardashian is studying to be a lawyer. I'm really hoping it's true, and I'm hoping that with her influence, she'll be able to inspire and encourage people to focus more on their mind and putting their energy into that rather than their external appearance and materialistic things in life. So I'm very excited about that. And I've been on this educational journey for about a year now. I went back to uni almost a year ago, and it has completely changed my life. And I know that not everybody has the ability to make a commitment to something like university. There are so many different ways that you could learn and have access to some sort of education. So today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Some of you may remember a couple of years ago, I used Skillshare to learn how to do calligraphy so that I could make my bullet journals look really cute and very creative, which was a whole lot of fun. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators. They have over 25,000 courses, and they have heaps of creative courses, so like calligraphy and art and Illustrator and Photoshop and sewing. There's so many things in that area. They also have a really big selection of business courses, which is really helpful. I'm currently in the middle of one by Chris Bowman called Brand Management, which I'm finding very helpful. I feel like you can't really access this kind of business information anywhere else, so it's really helpful if you are looking to start a business and you have no idea where to start. I also came across one course by Simon Sinek, and if you don't know who Simon Sinek is, you have to Google him. I get so many questions about who I find is the most inspirational and motivational person to me, and it is definitely Simon Sinek. So I would recommend checking out some of his stuff. So the annual premium membership to Skillshare works out to be less than $10 per month, which is really affordable, and you have complete access to everything, so you can work on the courses that are the right fit for you. There is a whole range that could help you further your career if you need, or they could just be more of a hobby and help you develop skills in an area that you've always wanted to. I do have a link and some more information in the description. For the first 500 people to sign up will get a 2-month free trial, so you could actually get a lot achieved in those 2 months. Do let me know in the comments below what course you are going to work on and what it is that you would like to learn more about. I have said it once and I will say it a million times over, I really think it is very beneficial to put more energy into learning and your education. I just think it will help better us all. The second thing is about creating a positive user experience on social media. I have been doing this over the last couple of months, and it means that I enjoy Instagram a whole lot more. I have a very big love-hate relationship with Instagram. I love it for inspiration for my home or just like a creative inspiration, but then I also hate it because sometimes it makes me feel bad about myself, bad about the way I look. Maybe I'm not being productive enough, I'm not producing enough content, my quality of photos are not good enough. So there's like the good and the bad in Instagram, and I really love the browse or explore page because I love finding new accounts and being exposed to new and different things that are on offer. However, to me, my explore page was always inappropriate memes or travel photos, things that I didn't really like. I'm all for people doing whatever they want to do on their social medias, but I do have personal preferences, and there are some things that I don't want to see, and those are the few things that I don't really want to see. I did work a little Instagram algorithm hack, and it's the only Instagram algorithm hack that I do know though, because I don't know how to grow an Instagram account. I don't think anyone really does at this point, but you can tailor your explore feed to all of the photos that you want to see. So I have like 4 categories, which are home stuff, cats, cartoons. I'm obsessed with cartoons. I will leave a link to a couple of my favorites in the description, and of course art and like the creative things that people can do, especially in video format. So the really easy thing that you need to do to create this perfect browse feed full of stuff that you actually want to see, just go to the topic that you're interested in. So for me, home, and just go and like a bunch of home photos and home videos and interact with those kinds of accounts, and then the next thing you know, your entire browse feed is full of all the really good stuff. So mine is pretty much just home and cartoons and cats and art, and I love it like that. And it's just made the whole Instagram experience so much more positive and more enjoyable for me. So I'm hoping that that little hack helps you in your Instagram experience as well. The third thing that I think is very helpful to improving your life is actually paying attention to your health. So as I'm getting older, I'm 30 next year. I know some of you are like, what? Because I never really talk about my age, but I'm currently 28, I'm 29 in a couple of months, and I am turning 30 next year. And the older I get, the more I realize we have one shot at this, we have one body, and we really need to look after ourselves to make sure that we lead a long, happy, and healthy life. And so since the start of 2018, I have been putting more energy into my health. I have been educating myself more on food and how it affects my body. If you're looking for someone that has some legit information about this, then I will leave a link to Rachel Ost's channel in the description. She has helped me understand food and what it does to my body so much over the last year, and it has completely changed my eating habits, and I'm feeling so much better because of that. I've also spent a lot of time going to the doctors. Last year I did have like full blood work so that I could check if all of my hormones and everything was all in a healthy order. And recently I've spent a lot of time at the doctors dealing with the migraines that I was talking about, and it turns out that I am no longer allowed on the birth control pill. The combined pill and aura migraines means that you're at a high risk of having a stroke. So if I didn't actively take the time to go and see as many doctors as I did and work it out, then I would be at an increased risk of having a stroke. And yeah, I don't want a stroke, and nobody ever seems to tell you how bad birth control is for you. It's things like that that I'm happy that I'm actively putting more effort into my health. There's a lot of people in my personal life that are doing the same, and they're feeling a lot happier and healthier for doing so. So I can only recommend it if you would like to lead a bit more of a healthier lifestyle and understand your own body. Number 4 is to always have a goal that you actually enjoy and want to work on. So I'm not talking like university, because university is a goal of mine, but doing my assessments isn't exactly the most enjoyable thing. I'm talking more like styling up my desk and organizing that. That was one of my 2019 goals, and I loved doing that. I've currently got the DIY chest of drawers that are going to be for my clothes that I've been working on for months now. I'm almost at a finish, but that is a fun goal for me. I think only once, and this is an example only, once this year I've spent a day just watching about 4 movies. It was with a friend and I really enjoyed it, but I think those kinds of days where you're doing absolutely nothing and just watching movies are things that you do a few times a year, not a few times a month. And downtime is important, but it's just, I do not remember the last time I felt bored, and I haven't felt bored in years because I'm always giving myself projects, I'm always giving myself things to do, and it's not an overload to the point where I'm going to burn out. It's just giving myself good, wholesome, fun activities. You know, after I do this one, I think my next goal is probably going to have like a little herb garden or a veggie garden in my balcony. It's just stuff like that that is really good for you, and they're the kinds of goals that you really need. And the 5th and final thing that I think would be quite helpful to improving your life is to really assess every area of your life and create balance. I know that there's this huge trend right now for self-care, which is amazing because self-care is extremely important, but I'm wondering if people are starting to push it that little bit too far, where they're spending more time doing nothing and relaxing than actually being productive. So if you find that you're spending too much time doing nothing, then set yourself goals and be more productive. If you are being more productive and way too busy, then you definitely need to balance that out with having some downtime. The same with food. You know, if you eat super, super healthy, maybe you should indulge and enjoy something. And if you're spending too much time eating really unhealthy food, then you need to balance that out with healthy food. There are so many different areas in your life that this applies to. Sit down, grab a pen, a piece of paper, really have a think through about where you could do with some balance and really implement that into your life. I think the key to leading a very happy and healthy life is having balance in every area, and it's something that I'm definitely working more on this year, and I'm really enjoying the outcomes so far. Those are my 5 things for helping improve your life. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video and have found it helpful in some way or another. And up the top here you can check out my last video. Down the bottom I will leave a link to another video for your viewing pleasure, and I will see you guys in the next one.